This is Dave Kaler. I'm with Cecil Mosenson, and we're watching what's widely considered the greatest high school basketball game ever played. It's 1954, and Overbrook is playing at Farrell. Coming into this game, Farrell was the defending Pennsylvania state champion, and Overbrook was the defending Philadelphia city champion. Philadelphia teams in those days did not play for the Pennsylvania State Basketball Championships. Overbrook's in black, Farrell's in white. You can see it's a full house, about 3,500 people crammed into Farrell's gym to see this showdown on December 28, 1954. This is Wilt Chamberlain's senior year in high school. Wilt gets a block. This is a home movie, extremely rare footage, and it's been restored by Cecil Mosenson, and it shows, without question, Wilt's greatness as a high school basketball player in a tremendous game against an outstanding team. That's Charlie Kemp shooting for Farrell. All the Farrell players shot underhanded. Farrell was coached by Ed McCluskey, who's the most successful high school basketball coach in the history of Pennsylvania. His teams at Farrell won a total of 7 state championships between 1952 and 1972. Wilt with the ball, amazing agility, that shot. Farrell hadn't lost a game at home at this point in 9 years. They came into this contest against Overbrook on a 74 home game winning streak. It's a tough place for visitors, Cecil. Farrell spreading the court, trying to find lanes for driving and shooting from the outside. There's a hook shot. Doesn't have a chance going up against Wilt.
What they wanted to do is suck Wilt away from the basket so that they could get offensive rebounds.
Farrell collapses on Wilt. Wilt was 9 for 15 from the foul line in this game. He scored a total of 33 points. Another outside shot and a tremendous rebound. Off balance by Wilt Chamberlain. He was bumped while he went up for the ball. Wilt was in foul trouble early in this game. Wilt and Jimmy Sadler both had 3 fouls at halftime. Put back by Overbrook in a game where Farrell had jumped out to a quick lead. Overbrook quickly got back in the game, and it was close throughout the second half. We're seeing the second half here. A lot of contact under the basket. Now, the rules of basketball permitted what now is called goaltending. In 1954, when this game was played, the rule was changed specifically because of Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt was so good around the basket that the goaltending rules were put into effect. That's 37-36 in favor of Farrell, with about 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Another thing you'll notice in this game is that the foul lane is much narrower than the foul lane is in contemporary basketball. The lane was widened specifically because of Wilt. 2 important rule changes in basketball were made expressly because of Wilt Chamberlain. He was too good underneath the basket with the narrow lanes, and so the lanes were widened. There's no other major sport played in the United States where two major rule changes were made because of one player. Pass inside to Wilt, catch and a dunk. Fouled on the play. 3-point play. Notice how widespread the Farrell players are. There's a running hook, the only shot in basketball for which there's no defense. And for some reason it's a shot that's fallen out of favor. You never see it in contemporary basketball. Athletic rebound by Wilt. Looping pass to Chamberlain.
Yeah, there's a jump shot that we didn't want Wilt to take because he couldn't get the rebound. So we, at a timeout, we indicated to him that he's not to take that shot again.
Wilt on the foul line. Hits the free throw. One of the ways that Farrell prepared for this game was in their scrimmages. They had one of the fellows on the team hold up a broom to simulate Wilt Chamberlain on defense. Here, Overbrook is up 44-43 with a little more than a minute left in the third quarter, and Wilt's on the foul line. That shot's good. A very easy free throw motion for Wilt in high school. Farrell trying to draw Wilt away from the basket. Good ball movement. And a great drive. I believe that was Jim McCluskey made that basket.
Here's a nice shot by Marty Hughes, and Wilt's patting him on the rear.
Wilt was a good teammate, Cecil. Farrell had outstanding players too, and three of the guys on the court in this game were at one time or another first team All-State players in Pennsylvania. They were Jim McCluskey, Pete Hall, and their big man, 6'4" Don Jones. Wilt doesn't like that call. And generally, Overbrook did not get the best of the calls in this game.
Wilt had 4 fouls in this game, and in his whole career, playing 3 years through the high school, never had more than 2 fouls against him.
As a pro, Wilt Chamberlain never fouled out of a game. Look at that ball handling ability by Wilt. Farrell pressed in this game, and Overbrook's strategy in breaking the press was to get the ball into Wilt to set the offense in motion. Long outside shot, easy rebound for Wilt, who was fouled on that play. Farrell really crashed the boards in this game. Shot over a leaping Chamberlain. I think that's the only one in this film where someone shot over Wilt. Going into the fourth quarter, Cecil, what did you tell your team?
Well, we wanted to make sure that the press didn't affect us and the ball got to Wilt in the right place, and then they brought the ball up so the ball could get into the corner and make a pass into Wilt. We wanted to get the ball to Wilt underneath the basket.
This film was taken by the parent of one of the Farrell players, and going into the fourth quarter in this packed Farrell gym, the home team is ahead of Overbrook 50-48. Farrell again bombing from outside. Overbrook having trouble getting those rebounds.
Well, when you shoot a ball from the outside, it hits the rim and bounces way out, so that it's easy for the other team to retrieve the ball.
That's one thing you see in contemporary basketball. A lot of three-point shooting teams partially negate the strength of the defense. That's Paul Gustus shooting the foul shots there. All the Farrell players shot their free throws underhanded. Gustus ultimately would hit the winning shots in this game from the foul. He scored 8 points in the game, all free throws. Smothering defense by Farrell. Farrell's off-the-ball defense in this game was much tighter than college teams played in 1954. Long outside shot and a tip in.
See, that's the kind of pass we wanted him to make.
Tremendous catch and finish by Wilt Chamberlain. His balance is amazing. 17-year-old big man didn't have those skills in 1954. Nothing like this had ever been seen in high school basketball. Wilt catches the ball in the air. Now that would be goaltending in contemporary basketball, but that goaltending rule had not been put into effect at that point. This game was really won on the foul line in the fourth quarter by Farrell. It's a shot by Charlie Kemp.
There were a lot of questionable calls by the officials on the Farrell court that upset my players.
So what were you telling the team? 56-56 with 2 minutes left.
Well, I wanted him to know how much time was left and how to move the ball so that we would get a good shot at that time.